Arsenal have a winger issue. Not because we do not have enough depth, but because the target we wanted has rejected us and signed a new contract. So now we need to explore who we need to bring in to fill in that role and where will Martinelli possibly be going. But if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, make sure you hit notification bell so you do not miss an upload. We are almost at the 500 subscriber mark. Thank you so much for joining in, but let's get into it. Arsenal have been looking to address the left wing role, and there's been a number of targets that have popped up recently. And the biggest one, of course, which the media's been talking about, Man United fans have been happy about, Tottenham fans have been happy about, the fact that Vinicius Jr. rejected Arsenal by signing a contract at Real Madrid. Now, I was reading today that the figures that Arsenal offered were breaking their bank, basically. They were making sure that whatever they offered Vinicius, he would be happy and probably was close or probably better than what he's currently getting at Real Madrid. This is before the contract signing, by the way, so things have definitely changed since then. I and a lot of fans out there were really hopeful Vinicius were, being linked to Arsenal, and I think it just shows the ambition. We definitely have the finances for it, which I think 5-6 years ago we wouldn't have had the finances, but because we've been so successful last season, because we've hit huge revenue, because the club have hit great heights, we're able to target these types of players. Now, Vinicius is out of the picture. Morgan Rogers is out of the picture. Who do we get? That is the question. So I was really narrowing it down to players that were kind of on the transfer list and some that I feel like would suit our system. And some of the names that popped up when I was doing my research was Rafael Leao. Now, I made a video about him before, but I still don't feel like he's a right fit. He's a great winger. He hasn't been very consistent, but his skill set, his pace, everything, it's still there. He's still quite young for a winger age. I think he's 26 now, probably 27 next year. But the consistency is what lacks. And he's been offered to Leeds. He was offered to Arsenal. And I can't remember who the other team was. And all clubs rejected it. All three Premier clubs rejected it. Because I think the finances, and they don't see Leao as a liable left winger who is someone that can show consistency. Because to be a winner, you have to have consistency. To have a great winger, you need to be consistent in any position you play. And with Leao, his recent form in the last few years have been pretty poor. Is it down to management? We know AC Milan have had their troubles. Who knows? But I don't think he's a great fit. If I was to pick a team, I've always said it, Liverpool would be fantastic for him. I think the style of play suits him way more, especially when Jurgen Klopp was there. Iliman Ndiaye from Everton is another name being linked, and I actually like this one. He's obviously not Vinicius caliber. He'll cost a fraction of the Vinicius price tag, but one thing you're getting is a Prem-proven winger. I feel like with Arteta, the way he develops wingers, I feel like he can be a great piece. Now, is he someone that can take you and win you the Champions League final? That's the question we need to ask. I think with Vinicius Jr., I was a bit more concrete than any other winger that I'm about to mention. But he's also somebody that likes to work hard, runs up and down. I think his end product does let him down a little bit. And the reason why I say that is because he hasn't got great numbers when it comes to his goal-scoring outlet. And also, I watched him against Man City last year where he had two clear-cut chances to score and he missed both shots. And then it kind of reminds you of Martinelli. Martinelli can beat a man most of the time anyway. I like to think so. But his end product has kind of gone missing. So he's another one. Bradley Barcola. I'll probably say out of all the wingers I've probably mentioned, he is a great option. I didn't really like him at the start, but when I watched him at the World Cup, my mind changed. He came on as a sub, and his pace is electric. And some of the finishing he was doing, I was like, yo. I was cussing this guy about his finishing, but I think we might have a gem on our hands if we can sign him. But again, we need to break the bank. Some reports are saying 130 million. Liverpool are in desperate need of a winger, probably more than us. They look like they're about to break the bank to get him. He's been closely linked with them because they've missed out on Diamande, who has now joined Real Madrid. So he's another winger that we might be able to just jump in, snatch him away. I think what separates us from Liverpool is London, capital city, better place to live than Liverpool. No diss to you lot that live in Liverpool. Another thing is, we are the Prem champions. He's come up against us a few times. He's played against Liverpool as well, but he's quite familiar with Arsenal. We've got Saliba on our team. We go do a few chit-chats with him behind closed doors. Try and get him on board. Now, Yildiz, Kenan Yildiz. He's Martinelli, I've always said it, but with better finishing. He's something that we can definitely use. His style of play, the way he dribbles, the way he takes players on, he's somebody that I feel like can be a future great in Europe. He's already proven great numbers now. Juve's best player, in my opinion. And I think he will cost a bomb. Age, Juve don't really want to sell him, so they're going to obviously take a huge price tag in order for them to consider even selling him. Could be past the hundreds range. But you're guaranteed to get somebody young, somebody energetic, and Turkey's best player, in my opinion. Some people might say Arda Güler, but I think it's Kenan Yildiz. We've been looked at him before, but Juve have made a statement saying they do not want to sell him. So this is another thing. We need to come with a price tag. We need to come with money that will make them think, okay, we might need to consider this offer. So he's another option, Kenan Yildiz. The next two I've been seeing online, we've had a link with Marcus Rashford. I love Marcus Rashford when he was at his peak, but he's not the guy. He's 28, winger. He's been decent for Barcelona. Before we got Zolis, I said I wouldn't mind Rashford as squad depth, but I wouldn't see him as a starting winger. And the thing is with him, he doesn't like to track back. If he does, half-arse effort. That's all I have to put it. Half-arse effort. So he's somebody that I've seen us linked to, and I don't like this idea at all. He's still got football in him. But again, I'll take him if he's a bench warmer, not as a starting left winger. The final one, I'm quite happy with this one. Antonio Nusa from Leipzig. Very fast, very electric. He's definitely got some great... He kind of reminds me of Doku with a shift. He's quite shifty. And I feel like with Arteta, I feel like he can develop him into a great winger. Definitely. So he's somebody that we can also be looking at. It's up in the air now, isn't it? I don't know where we're going to go with this left winger situation. Just imagine if we don't sign a left winger. How would the season go? I know Zolis is Trossard's replacement. Sorry, we've not seen Zolis in an Arsenal shirt in the Premier League. He looks very, very promising. I'm hoping he does well. 34 million. If it doesn't work out, it's not a huge price tag that we'll get judged for. But I feel like at the same time, you'd want to get somebody solid. You want to send a message out to the rest of the league, to Europe, that we mean business. We've got the Premier League. We want to retain it. And then we want to come for the Champions League as well next year. But we need to make a statement signing. We missed out on Vinicius. It's unfortunate. Can't cry over spilt milk. So who do we get? Out of those names mentioned, who would you rather have at Arsenal Football Club? Would you not take any of them at all? Would you rather have somebody else like Julian Alvarez? Or maybe there's another winger out there that we could probably utilise. But yes, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And I'll see you in the next one.